Hey guys, this is Bullv224 here, and I'm back in with another deck profile. Today's deck profile I'm gonna do is my Lair Darkness, my Lair Darkness deck profile. I've been using this deck for quite a while now, and it run me some duels. You know, some of Dark Arm Duels' deck profiles are very useful to me, whether or not I'm trying to build it. But I need to like find access code talker so I can make this deck work for me. And I'm also building a Blue Eyes White Dragon. As soon as I complete that, I can do a Blue Eyes White Dragon deck profile as well. So, anyways, guys, you guys this video so far? Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and as always, let's get started. Okay, first off, we're gonna run 3 copies of Lilith. Now, Lilith is one of my go-to monster of this build here. Now, if I can tribute one of my monsters or one of his monsters on the field, as long as I have Lair Darts on the field, I can reveal 3 normal trap cards, and then my opponent can set one of them, and then I could just pass it on to him. All right, I'm running 1 copy of Alice. Now, Alice helps me special summon on the field if I have trap cards in my hand or graveyard, and then I can just banish it and then special summon her onto the field. So yeah. And I'm running 1 copy of Loris. Now Loris helps me target three or 6 trap cards in my banished area or my graveyard area, and I can just put them in any order, and then I draw the same number of cards for every 3 I put back in put them in the bottom of my deck. And I'm running 2 copies of Tour Guide the Underworld. Now Tour Guide is also one of my go-to monsters of this build. I can special summon one of these ladies of Lament, either Lilith, Alice, Loris, or Malice, because Malice is in my Fang and Cradius Lair Darkness deck. But there's two modes to this Lair Darkness deck: regular Darkness and Fang and Cradius. I'm trying to build 2 Lair Darkness decks at the same time, but I just gotta like wait it out and stuff like that. So yeah. Oh, let's put the X deck. Let's put the X deck here to the side here, so I don't miss it. All right, I'm running 3 copies of Arima. Now Arima is like an terraforming of this build. That allows you to search out Lair Darts on the field. If I have him on the field, I can tribute one of my opponent's monsters as long as I have Lair Darkness on the field. So I can search out a monster that is 2,000 or less attack or defense. So yeah. I'm running 1 copy of Darkest Diabolos. Now Darkest Diabolos is my ace monster of this deck here. I hope oh yeah, big shout out to Dark Arm Duels for providing me for recommending this deck here, because this deck is very fun to play with at locals and so forth. So yeah. And I'm running 3 copies of Lord of Heaven Prison. Now, Lord of Heaven Prison allows me to, if I reveal it from my hand, I can protect my back row from being destroyed. And if any of us activates a trap card while Lord of the Heaven Prison is revealed, I can special summon and then set either a spell or a trap. So, anyways, you guys, that's it. Okay, anyways, you guys, that's it for the monsters, guys. Let's move on to the spells. So for the spells, we're just gonna run 3 copies of Lair of Darkness. Now Lair of Dark, hold on. I'm running 3 copies of Lair of Darkness. Now Lair of Darkness turns every monster into dark. This is perfect for those that are trying out for this deck here. So it turns all monsters into dark. So if I have Lilith onto the field, I can tribute one of my monsters, or use one of my virus cards, which I'm about to mention in later on in this video. And I'm running 3 copies of Super Polymerization. Super polymerization allows me to special summon any monster that I have in my extra deck. As long as I have fusion materials on either side of the field, I can use them for link summoning, fusion summoning, or exceed summoning, you name it. And I'm running 3 copies of Pot of Prosperity. Now, Pot of Prosperity is like a fusion between duality and riches. It allows you to it allows you to banish up to either 3 or 6 cards in my extra deck, and then excavate the top 3 or 6 cards of my deck, and then add one of those to my hand, and then put them in the bottom of the deck. For a little budget option, just go for a Pot of Extravagance. So, anyways, guys, that's it for the spells. Let's move on to the traps. So for the traps, we're running 2 copies of Trap Trick. Now, Trap Trick is one of my favorite cards of all time. I can banish 1 normal trap from my deck and then set one of them onto the field, but there's a catch to it. You can only activate 1 trap per turn. And I'm running 2 copies of Metaverse. Now Metaverse is like a trap version of terraforming. It's like you're running 5 copies of terraforming, but Metaverse allows me to add it to my hand, add 1 field spell to my hand, or just activate it right away. And I'm running 2 copies of Back to the Front. Now, Back to the Front allows me to special summon monsters from my graveyard in defense mode, so I can defend my life points. And I'm running 2 copies of Compulsory Evacuation Device. Now, Compulsory Evacuation Device allows you to bring. I can turn any monster on the field on the field. Wait, on the field, and into the hand. So this is perfect. This is perfect for those that are trying to win some of these duel sips. But this is perfect for those that are trying to defend themselves. I'm running 2 copies of Eradicator Epidemic Virus. Now, Eradicator Epidemic Virus is one of my favorite virus cards of all time, along with Crush Card Virus. Now, Crush Card is one of Kaiba's best virus cards in the series. It's kind of sucks. It's not in this type of deck here, but I know for a fact that once I get access code Talker, I'm gonna do 2 deck profiles at the same time along with this deck here. And I'm running 2 copies. Of Ice Dragon's Prison. Now, Ice Dragon's Prison allows me to special summon 1 monster from my opponent's graveyard, and if they have the same type, they will get banished. And running 2 copies of Full Force Virus. Now, Full Force Virus allows you to destroy all monsters that are 1500 or less defense. And lastly, but I'm running 3 copies of one of my favorite tech cards of all time. 3 copies of Skill Drain. Now, Skill Drain allows me to shut down all monster effects on the field, so that way they don't get to activate their effects. But if I activate Lil's effect and I tribute summon, hold on. If I use Lilith's effect and tribute one of my opponent's monsters, then I cannot get her effect, which is and her attack will stay at 2,000 if I summon it. So yeah, all right, you guys, that's it for the main deck here. Let's move on to the extra deck. So for the extra deck, we're running 1 copy of Muckracker. Now, Muckracker is one of my favorite monsters of all time. I think it's the little sister of the Underworld sisters. There's Torgod in the Underworld, Beat Cop of the Underworld, and Muckracker of the Underworld. That's the three. That's the three sisters of all. That's the three sisters of the Underworld. And running one copy of Bulbasaur Dragon. I don't have access code Talker, but I'm using Bulbasaur Dragon as a substitute until I get access code Talker and so forth. Truthfully told you guys, I got a lot of decks that I need to really work on this year. And I'm running one copy of Mech Knight Crusadia. Mech Knight Crusadia is also one of the strongest monsters of this build. Now, Mech Knight Crusadia allows you to gain attack points on a special summon monster. So if I attack Baron de Fleur, it gains 600 attack points, and he or she loses 3,000 life points. And running one copy of Nightmare Unicorn, the Pop Stove. Wait. To bounce cards back into my back to the opponent's hand. Nightmare Phoenix to pop spells and traps. And I'm running one copy of Dark Charmer Gloomy. Now, Dark Charmer allows you to bring back one of my opponent's dark monsters onto the field as long as is pointing diagonally to the field. Then I can extend for more Link Summon plays. One copy of Beat Cop. Now, Beat Cop allows you to protect my Lair of Darkness from being destroyed. From being destroyed, if I can use this as a tribute to keep my Lair of Darkness locked down. All right, and I'm running one copy of IP Masquerena. Now, IP Masquerena allows you to Link Summon during my opponent's turn. I'm running one copy of Stone King Darius. Stone King Darius. I'm running one copy of Triple D Devisor King Machine X. Is also a pendulum monster. I ask myself, why does a pendulum monster exist in my extra deck? I'll tell you why. If I have a Triple D monster on my field, I can just special summon this onto the field, and once per chain, I get to detach one of his XA's materials and to absorb it. And I'm running one copy of AA Zeus. Now, AA Zeus is one of my favorite monsters of all time. I got this from a friend of mine at Cool Stuff Games. I think he gave this to me as a birthday present or something like that. But it's for a favor. So yeah. I'm running one copy of Star Event Future Dragon for the Super Poly targets. Now, Star Event Future Dragon allows you to destroy all monsters when it's destroyed. And running one copy of Predaplant Dragostapelia for the Super Poly targets. One copy of Garuga and one copy of Predaplant Trip Hypervernium. Now, Hypervernium allows you to negate any monsters that is special summoned from my opponent's extra deck. So yeah. Anyway, guys, that is it. That is it for this deck profile here. If you're into Lair of Darkness, this deck is perfect for those that are trying to start out in Yu-Gi-Oh! Because it is the year of Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Hopefully, oh yeah, big shout out to Dark Undoers for providing me this kind of deck list. So I got a lot of decks that I need to work on as much and the best of my ability. So yeah. Anyways, you guys, this is Bullfit204 here. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Make sure to turn on all your post notifications on for any new videos here. And make sure you join my YouTube membership as well for early access to new and unreleased videos. And don't forget to like me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram and TikTok, Nematana Online, Xbox Live, and PSN. Okay, guys. Talk to you guys next time. Peace.